Anything is possible. You've got a dream like you've never seen obstacles. Sunrise Thoughts, brought to you by 348 Select. In today's episode of Morning Brew, a Winning Routine, we are joined by Tumisho Noto, here to give us his insight on how to brew the perfect working environment for success. When you hear the name Tumisho, think Times Square, think New York. He'll take your music career to a Davido feature, international gigs, a beast in his field from campus radio to shaping what makes it on mainstream radio. Tumisho has carved out a corner in music industry that's reshaped what it means to be an independent artist in Africa. Thank you, Tumisho, for joining us today on Morning Brew, hosted by myself, Lozima Donzel.
I wear a lot of bucket hats, straight caps, dad hats, but mainly I would say my key roles are being a key account and label manager, content management specialist, and analytical marketing agent. Just to break those down for you, key account and label management, this just has to do with making sure that your client, whether it be an artist or a label manager, basically has everything that they need in terms of the accounting, in terms of if there's any issues that need to be resolved, helping them schedule rollout plans, marketing plans, brainstorming with them on how to make basically like every release better than the last. Content management specialist, this is basically the art of getting all the music online, basically like on all the stores. If there are any issues, if you need to map the releases onto specific profiles, if you needed to appear in a specific way, that's basically that department that sorts that out. And then analytical marketing agent, this is basically turning numbers into information and using that as a marketing tool. So basically maybe looking at specific territories and seeing how many streams are coming from a different space that are maybe not as usual or not expected, and seeing what else can be done. It does involve a lot of creativity as well, because you have to think outside the box on how you can maximize on the streams of that specific release.
Ultimately, it's doing it once and seeing how far you can push it, maximizing on your thoughts and most importantly, your ideas. You've got to stay productive in this ever-changing creative climate. Whether it's talent or numbers, Tumisho will go to the end to clock the highest score, simply by playing his role and applying pressure.
I mean, first of all, passion. I'd say passion because I know it sounds like super corny, but there's a quote where somebody said that if you do something that you love, then you don't have to work a day in your life. That's why passion is probably my number one in terms of winning formula. Number two, I would say the personal relationships, man. The music industry has a really bad rep when it comes to the treatments that people have gotten. There've always been like these conversations about like, people being ripped off and et cetera, because of the contracts. Because I mean, you always looked at that music industry exec, So once you get on that level of a personal relationship and understand the problems that the people are going through and not trying to solve for Y when X is actually the problem, that's the realm where you can kind of figure that out. And on top of figuring it out, it's just great meeting new people, man, and creating new bonds and new friendships, because as much as yes, it's business, it might even help in different other spaces. You might even create like new friends that you didn't expect. So personal relationships definitely, and lastly, being genuine, man. Yeah, so being genuine is related to the energies around personalities. So if the energies aren't right with a specific person or individual, and you see that this energy is going to disrupt you, it's probably going to carry over into the business as well. So it's normally like a red flag, and it works similarly on the other side of the coin.
Show up and show out. Don't just be present, be a presence. Within all that, remain humane. That's the only way you'll know what the client needs. Create a space that allows for growth, maintain your integrity, and it will maintain your relations.
It's all about making a difference in my industry, regardless of how small the difference. I feel like I want to make that difference, because we're in a time where we have some of the most amazing content in Africa, but it's not heard by the world, and it's not because it's not enough talent, but it's because there isn't enough infrastructure to get to that level. So being part of that story and being able to know that like you paid your dues to that space, and in making sure that like at least the artists and the clients that have worked with you can say that like when I worked with this person, like they genuinely really cared about me and my music and my career and the direction that I was taking. That's the change that I want to make.
Impact. That's it. Impact. Make an impact, have an impact, nurture impact at all times. Leave an impact. Simple 6-letter word. IMPACT. Impact. That's it. Thank you for listening to this episode with Tumisho Noto. You can support the show by subscribing to our YouTube channel, 348 Select. The soundtrack for this series has been produced by Dubula. The show is recorded and edited by Msindi Suesigo.